So I'm going to grab an image. My lat long locations are in. And I drag the image and he'll say, hey, it doesn't line up. Where does it go? Well, it's located somewhere in Africa or off the coast. So I'll have to accept this. So now I'm seeing that that my image is here on the left, but I can't see it. Now the thing I need to remind you as before, make sure that you change this. Oh, it's got 1990, 193, 190, they're both the same. 193 and 193. Okay. Yeah, so make sure that the one that you're moving is listed here. In this case, it's the 190. Mine's 193. And then I'm going to tell it to fit the display. So when I tell it to fit the display, it's going to take the image and force it to be within those points. Here we go. Now I need to figure out, on this image you can see that there are these white pages. I need to figure out which page will need to align to that letter. So I don't remember which letter that one is, so I'm going to back out a bit. And it looks like it's the image on the lower right corner. So I'm assuming, let's see, this is B, and that's O, and that's W. Okay. So it looks like the G is in the bottom right corner, and A is to the left. Okay, so J, A, and G, and R. So I have to scan down further. There they are. So I could see, I'm going to tell it to move it again, fit the display. That's a little bit closer. So I could see that this white page right here belongs right there. So the thing that you need to use is this tool. That tool will allow you to pick from the image to the location you want to move to. So I'll go from here, from the image, to the location where it's supposed to be moved to, and it's going to move the image. Then I'm going to zoom back out again, and I'm actually going to make a mistake on this one. So I'm going to say I want to go from this yellow point, which is wrong, to this location, which is wrong. So now I did something wrong. So how can I fix that? Well, you can fix that at the end here. You can see there's this table. That allows you to remove the last one you did. So I'm going to go back to here. And the last one I just did is number 2. So I'm going to pick it here, and then I can delete it. So I'll pick it, and maybe the keyboard delete. That worked too. But it looked like my other one disappeared again too. So I'm going to delete all of them. Okay, so they're all gone. So I need to bring it back again. Fit the display. There it is. So this time I won't make the mistake. So G goes to here. So from this image to the yellow point, and I missed that. So I'm going to delete that one again. I didn't do a very good job. Close, delete that one, delete this one. I'm going to go back out again. And because when I referenced it, I missed the yellow point. So I'm going to tell it one more time, fit the display. I'm going to zoom in. So when I did it just a moment ago, I didn't get exactly on top of this white point, and I missed this yellow point. So I'm going to get right into the middle. Now that's accurate. Now I need to look at the opposite side of the page. So let's say A is here, G is there, Q must be, where's Q?
Why did you screen? Why did you?
It did. Oh, it didn't? Ah, okay. Then I'm going to remove the bloody thing, and then I'll add it in again. There. Now I'm going to tell it to fit the display again. Georeference, fit the display. And I'm going to go in here again. If you're to do this 3 or 4 times, after that you'll think, what else is new? What else can I learn? So it didn't move. So where could that be the problem? What's this? Insert empty link, delete the link. Okay. Okay, fit to display, reset transformation maybe? Fit to display, maybe that's it. Okay, I'll try that. So I'm open to learning something new. So G here goes to here. Okay. Then what I'm going to do is delete this. I'm going to check something, which is good anyway for me to show you this. I'm trying to bring in image number, which one is it? 193. I want to see if there's anything in here that says that that's an additional 193 image file. So that one's okay. Notice this one. I georeferenced that one, so the JGWX is the world file. So that one means that one's done. But the 93 one is giving me a problem. So I'm going to save this. I'm going to even quit out again. I'll come back in. I guess I can call up Esri and talk to someone for an hour, but I think I'll try this first. There. Now I'll zoom back out to this. I'm going to zoom in again down to this area. I'll drag in 193. I hit OK. Tell it to fit the display. Here's my georeference toolbar. It is. There it is. Pretty close. Okay, move you please to here. Not moved. So I'm not going to call up Esri. Okay, now I'm going to look at the other side. This time I won't make a mistake. So which one is just to the right of that white car? The one that's to the right of that white car is Q. So that would be, here we go. So that white page here needs to go to here. So I'm going to click, so I'm not going to click on the yellow point this time. I'm going to click on the white page. And then I'm going to click on the yellow point. There. And did it move it? It said it did move it. I'll do a few more. I don't see it moved. Okay, J must be this one. So now I'm going to move J from here to there. So then it disappeared. So what could I do to fix this? I am going to, what I'll do, I'm going to try one more time. If it doesn't work, I'm going to rename the image and then see if that fixes it. Okay, so I'm going to remove this. I'm going to rename my image, put an A after it. Now drag it in again. Hit OK, fit to display. I'll zoom in, make this work from here to there. Okay. I'm going to make a brand new map. Drag this over. So things don't always normally work the same. That's okay. I have no problem. Click on here. This goes to there. Alright. So I'm going to make a brand new project. Here we go. Hit OK. Don't change anything. There's my benchmarks. And I'm going to make these to be big point. Hit OK. Drag in this new image. Doesn't know how to line up. Fit to display. I'm going to get this to match up. So I'm going to go from that white page to that point. So I'm going to be using 10.5, the new version. I could use ArcGIS Pro, but no one's using it upstairs, so I'm going to wait on that. Okay, GIS, okay, drag in the benchmark points. There they are. I'm making them to be bigger. I'm making them to be yellow. That looks okay. Drag in the image. Doesn't line up. Hit OK. I'm going to zoom down to this area. Fit the display. There. This gotta work for me. Okay, so from this point, move to that location. That moved. So far, so good. And now I know that Q is over here. Label this. Label. Q is here. Good. I'm changing the label so I can see it better. Okay. Make this be 16 and bold. So this is Q. I'm going to go from this white page to that yellow point. That lined up okay. Maybe I'll do one more location. And where would that be? Maybe J. So I'm going to move this point from J in the image to the GPS point. That lined up pretty well. Zoom to layer. I think that's pretty good. If I want to make it any more accurate, I guess I can move this over 6 inches. From the middle of the page to that point. There. So that lined up pretty well. So when I had the problem, I just closed, I renamed the image and opened a brand new project, and that went fine. So once I'm done, I go georeferencing, update georeferencing, and then that's it. When you bring another image in, keep in mind again when you do that, when you bring in a new image, make sure that you change this. Otherwise, you'll mess up the original one. Make sure you change this to say this one. Right? So I have to pick a different image to work with. Otherwise, you move the one you just fixed.
But do we have to click save for like after we georeferencing one picture?
Once you georeference one, you tell it to update, and then that would fix it. It generates the world file, so that world file is now generated. So look, I just added the 2 images I did, and it works pretty good.
So once you update, then you can bring in a
new one, yeah.
And do the same process again.
Yeah, but make sure that you do change this, otherwise you'll be moving the one you just fixed. Yeah, I always forget to do this, and I move the one I just fixed.
So I only have one. So if I'm going to drag one, I want to make sure to change it to the one that I'm working
Well, first drag it in, and then change it to be the one you're working with.
Okay, so let's do 82.
Let's say okay.
And then make sure you change it.
Yeah. And you're working in the layout view. Go to the data view. I never worked with the layout view on. So it's like being in AutoCAD and Paperspace all the time.
Yeah. And then you're saying make sure you're in the right images you want to work.
So you can see I have 2 images here displayed, and they're lined up pretty well. I guess I could refine it a little bit more. So you can see right here that these here are probably the same. So I could further, once I've georeferenced it, I can georeference it again to match up. So I could bring the top image down if I wanted to make it work.